what's up? What's going on, guys? So today, as the video title suggests, I'm going to talk about 10 things. I'll only talk about 10 because there are so many, you guys, but I've summarized. These are the 10 most important things I wish I knew before becoming a teacher. Things to know if you want to become a teacher. These are the things you need to know before becoming a teacher. And if you're not a teacher, you need to know these things. These are just generally things that teachers undergo. Okay, they're not all bad, but I'm not sugarcoating anything. I'm sorry. I just have to talk about the good ones and the bad ones. So if you're new to this channel, hey, what's up? Welcome to my channel. And if you're a subscriber, hey you guys, I love you so much. Thank you for always watching my videos, and remember to give this video a like as always because it's going to be so interesting. So without wasting much time, let's get straight into the video. So guys, I'm going to start with the first most crucial thing that I wish I knew before becoming a teacher, that everyone should know before becoming a teacher. Students. Yeah. Students are good and they're bad. You really need to have so much patience as a teacher to be able to deal with students. One thing is that a class of maybe, let's say, 40 students, you can imagine 40 good people with different characters. Some are good, some are so sweet, so good. Others are crazy. They want to kill you with stress, you know. So you need to have so much patience to deal with students. In my profession so far, in my experience, I have seen crazy students until teachers are left wondering, like, is this student normal or does this student have a mental health issue? You know, sometimes you question the student's mental ability, you know. I wish I knew that some students can be extremely crazy. I remember there's a day I told a student, I was a very new teacher to that school. I didn't know the school had crazy students. So I told the student was misbehaving in my class. You can imagine you're teaching and a student is standing around, walking, borrowing books. Anyhow, he doesn't even ask for your permission, especially the boys. I was so pissed off. I told the student, can you kneel down wherever you are? You can't imagine. The student told me, madam, I can't kneel down. I don't kneel down. What? So I was so irritated. I told the boy, can you go to the staff room and bring me that cane? You know what the student said? Miwasi chakwi. Yes, those are the kind of students you'll get in classrooms, and I'm telling you, by the time that day is over, you're tired, man. You're tired. So I wish I knew about students. The second thing I'm going to talk about is the administration and staff room. I'll put those two together because I don't want this video to be super long. Whew. I wish someone told me that the staff room also has its own drama. Just like any other office, the staff room has a lot of drama. You find some teachers wanataka kujipendekeza to the admin, and some will gossip you while you're there. So you'll just see some teachers pairing in groups and they want to gossip. Okay, not all, only some. Of course, in every staff room, there's that one paranoid teacher who is so terrible, who can't get along with anyone. You'll find them, and one thing I resolved, if I go to a new staff, I always stay quiet. Yeah, I stay quiet. I can't be social with anyone until I have learned everyone's personality. Yeah, as a teacher, you need to be so clever and so brave, and you have to be so fast at thinking, you know, because you have to deal with teachers, different teachers. You have to deal with different students, and you have to deal with the administration. You can find the admin that has one teacher who is so bad, and also you'll find some teachers wanting to poison the admin and befriend maybe the head. You know, it's not always so easy, but yeah, I learned that, and you know, right now I'm an expert of dealing with all that. Another thing I wish I knew is parents. Let's talk about parents, you guys. Some parents can be a pain in the neck. Although some parents, I'm not going to deny, some parents are so good. I love so many parents. Like, the majority of the parents are so good. They actually really respect teachers and they do cooperate with the teachers. But there are other parents who are so terrible, like they are worse than their kids. And you know, as a parent, let me just say this to all the parents who come to, you know, kuzushana na walimu, quarreling with teachers. It's so bad and it's so unfortunate that this teacher is trying to help you, but all you do is come to quarrel with the teacher in school. You know, it's so bad because the kid will see the parent and teacher quarreling. What do you think that kid will learn? The kid will learn there is a conflict between the two, and that will not help that kid. And you know what happens? If you come and quarrel with me, of course I will stop bothering your kid. I will just leave the kid because I don't quarrel. I don't want to be, you know, stuck with threats. That's killing a kid's future. It's so bad. Please guys, if you're a parent and you're watching this, never ever go to quarrel with a teacher. One thing about teaching is that teachers don't care. We have so many students in class and your kid is the least thing I'll do. You know, some parents think that we are picking on their kid, but let me tell you one thing, teachers will never pick on any kid. That is obvious. That is just one thing about teaching, and that takes me to my next point. I think that's the fourth thing. You become a parent when you're a teacher. I never thought this will become true. You know, when I was schooling, I used to hear the teachers telling us we are your parents and everything, and I thought they were kidding. But you guys, the minute I became a teacher, I automatically became a parent. You become so attached to all those kids, to all those students. I am a high school teacher, so I teach grown-up kids, the teenagers, and they have so many things. You know what's up with teenagers, you guys? They have so many challenges, but you find yourself emotionally attached to every kid. You just love them all. Just like a parent, you have some kids who are so bad. They are so bad-headed, and some are so good. You find yourself loving all of them, and you work so much. You even disturb yourself so much when you see a kid who is misbehaving or some kid who is failing. You really do try your best to make sure that this kid performs. And if a kid is so indisciplined, you try your best to make this kid disciplined. I have even gone out of my way to call some of those kids and cancel them. Yani, you become a parent, you guys. No one tells you to become a parent. You automatically become one. Personally, I don't have a kid, but I feel when I'm in class, I feel like a mother to all of them. You find yourself motivating that one student who is not even talking. You even go out of your way to spend money. Yes, teachers spend money, so you have to be so rich. That's why teachers are so rich. And you guys just look at teachers and you'll see they are so happy because God blesses them. The fifth thing I'm going to talk about, crying. If you're expecting to be appreciated every time or every day, please think again, because nobody will appreciate you. Sometimes you feel like crying because you're doing too much and nobody is seeing that, including the parents, the teachers, the students. Sometimes, by the way, you guys, you do so much as a teacher. Of course, you're not expecting anyone to appreciate you when you're doing that. But then after you've tried all that, then comes somebody who is here to push you harder and to tell you you're not even trying. You know, you need to do more. And then you remember how much you've struggled, how much you've tried to do what you've done, to do what you've already done. So you feel like crying. It's so emotional. I don't know if anyone can understand this unless you're a teacher. I have my colleagues usually share. There's one teacher who tells me how bad she feels. You can even see she gets mad until you see a vein coming from the, you know, because you're trying to express yourself and these people are not even understanding. By the way, teaching teenagers is so hard. Some people don't even understand it. So one thing I resolved is that nobody will ever understand this. So just do your thing. and go. So I always do my best. I teach the best I can. Like, I do the best I can without expecting anyone to recognize me, you know? Because if you wait, you're going to wait forever. Yeah. The sixth thing I'm going to talk about is lesson. I know this is so underrated, but everyone expects teachers to be perfect, teachers to teach the lesson perfectly. But the thing is, sometimes as a teacher, you feel like you're not teaching well, and you find yourself even questioning the way you've taught, because sometimes you teach students and they're not in the moods. So you're teaching and they're not even motivated. They're just looking at you. You ask a question and they're like staring at you. It's so hard, and I think someone needs to tell people that teachers are also having their own problems. So don't bring problems to teachers. Although, you know, you have to know so many methods of motivating students. For example, if you're teaching a class after lunch, that lesson is usually the worst. Lessons are so crucial. You know, that's the job. That is what has brought you to school. That's your job. So lessons are very, very important. But as a teacher, you know, you have to have so many methods. Sometimes I even go to class, I don't teach. I go and make stories. That's a lesson I have covered. Because some of these students are undergoing so much also. So you need to know them. Sometimes I go to class, I don't even teach. I take my time and understand them, you know. I know how to bring those students to the, you know, you have to know your methods of bringing students to class sometimes and getting their minds to open up. Sometimes they open up about so many things. There is even a time a student followed me to tell me about the challenges he's facing at home, and I had to call the dad and tell him, you know, the parents don't know. So you might find that your student is not performing and you have to know why. And also because teenagers are undergoing so much, so you need to know every time what they are facing, the challenges they are facing, especially the boys, because they don't want to open up, but also girls don't like opening up to teachers. So you have to be you have to be a balanced teacher and know when to teach and when to get to know these students. Let's talk about mistakes, because people think teachers are perfect and teachers are superhumans. They don't make mistakes. Let me tell you guys, teachers make mistakes and we are human. We don't want to, you know, we don't want to be seen as the perfect human being. By the way, I'm tired of people seeing you as a perfect human being. Yeah, I am a teacher and I make mistakes. If you're a teacher and you're watching this, maybe someone has condemned you for making a mistake. Let me tell you, please don't worry. Everyone makes their own mistakes. Every profession has its own challenges, and so does teaching. I remember there's this time I was working in class and a student came, you know, akili yako iko mbali. So this student came asking me a question. I just gave a random answer because my mind was not settled at that time. And later I realized that I answered the wrong question. I gave the student wrong answers. So I had to call that student and tell him that I made a mistake, because I'm not a perfect human being. Sometimes I go to class and, you know, my mental state is not so well. I have to take some time to come to class. So maybe I give a question so that learners can be doing it as I freshen up myself, because probably I've been having so many lessons during the day and my head is so tired, you know. Because I am a teacher, that is one thing I accepted, that I am a teacher and I don't have to be perfect. I understand when students, you know, take us to be perfect because they are students, but people outside here, people need to know that teachers are not perfect human beings. Another thing is fashion and style. Woo. I thought I'll be that slay queen teacher that will be wearing what dresses, you know. I'm telling you, when you become a teacher, you don't even have time for fashion. You wear shoes that are comfortable. You don't have time to go shopping for the most classic shoes. No. You look for the most comfortable shoes, the most comfortable clothes, so that when you're in class you feel, decent and you can teach. For example, if you can see this top, for example, I can't teach with this because when you lift up your hands, students will see this makwapa. You don't want that. So when it comes to dressing, fashion and style are the last thing you care about. The most important things is to wear a decent clothes and decent shoes and comfortable clothes. The rest about fashion, what is fashion? Nobody cares about fashion when it comes to teaching. Yeah, nobody. Lastly, I'm going to talk about mental health because this is something that many people ignore, many teachers ignore. Your mental health is so important, and if you're not careful, if you're not keen, students or the whole teaching process, the whole profession can drain you mentally, So you need to be so careful, so conscious of your mental health. I'm always so careful about my mental health, you guys. If there's one thing about teaching, you can really be trained. Yeah, you have to deal with students who are so bad. Some of these students, by the way, are so wicked. If you're a parent, I'm sorry, but some of your kids are so wicked. So as a teacher, you have to mind your mental health. You can imagine a whole day being stressed by a student because some of these students are bullies. And when you tell the parent, anakuletea kichwa, the parent comes and complains, and the parent is also a bully. So you can imagine being that kind of a teacher. If you're not careful, your mental health is going to be so ruined, unstable. So every time, just be careful. I wish somebody told me not to be taking everything to my head, but I learned that in my own way, and I have really come to appreciate that. Mental health is so important because if you're angry and you go to class, you might find yourself quarreling students or teaching in a very disorderly way. So you always have to have a mental stability. If you're not feeling mentally stable, you better not go to that class. Sometimes people assume these things, but they are so necessary. They are so important. And I think every job has its own challenges. So if you're working and your mental stability is not good, please refreshen up, pamper yourself. That's what I do. Especially if I had a long day, I always go to my house, pamper myself, do some, routine that will make me relaxed and ready for the night or something. Yeah, it's so important, you guys. I think those are some of the things that I wish I knew before becoming a teacher. Some are good, some are bad. I know most of them are the bad ones, because these are the things people don't talk about. I had to talk about them. Although generally teaching as a profession is so good, people outside get to respect you. I always wonder, like, you go to a shop and you hear the shopkeeper calling you teacher and you're like, who told you I'm a teacher? You go out, maybe you want to send some boda guys, and they're like, teacher this, teacher that. But then there's one time I was going to school and then I tripped. I almost fell, and there were boda riders around that area. They were all over me. Madam, pole. Oh, so sorry. It's so fulfilling when you feel the people outside actually care about you. They actually understand what you're going through. They respect you. It's so good. Those are the things that will keep you going. I really love and appreciate everyone who appreciates teachers, And by the way, if you go to meetings, to church meetings or some places, and people are like, this one is a teacher, tell us something, and you feel so good, at least some people outside really understand you. They appreciate you. They appreciate that you're a teacher and you're wise. By the way, let me tell you something. If you become a teacher, you become so wise. You are able to think fast because you are facing many challenges each and every day. You have to make so many decisions. By the time the day is over, you've made so much. You are solving cases because kuna makesi manze. There are so many cases in schools. You have to solve all that. So it's kind of, it makes you be ready to deal with so many problems. So in terms of challenges, a teacher is able to solve so many challenges at once. Yeah, and that's why teachers become the best family people, you know. You guys, just observe. Parents who are teachers are so good. Their children go well because they know, they understand everything. We are able to understand every process very fast. And some parents actually do not understand their teenage children. I have seen a parent being fought by a student. You can imagine, you are a parent and your kid, yani mtoto anachapa mzazi in front of teachers. You know, as a teacher, that's when you realize this kid does not even respect the mother. So if the kid is not even respecting the mother, will that kid respect you? So you guys really need to take care of your kids as they are growing up, because some of these kids come to bring so much drama in schools, and you can tell when a kid has been brought up so well. You will see the disciplined kids are the ones who perform. Those are the kids who perform, by the way. The indisciplined kids do not perform. So if you are a parent, please ensure that your kid is disciplined. Discipline always go hand in hand with success. And I think that's it for today's video, guys. Hoping you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to give it a like. I know I've talked too much. I'm even tired of talking, so I'm going to end this vlog here, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. If you've not subscribed, please do, so that we can continue engaging ourselves. Until next time, bye.